Dear students, once again welcome to this YouTube channel. This is Khilesh Kumar, assistant professor in English, and this is your English literature class. In our previous video, we were discussing about a very beautiful poem, Song of the Hindustani Minstrel, composed by Henry Derozio. So now we will complete the poem. We will complete the remaining part of the poem. So we have taken a brief view on the introduction to the poet, Anglo-Indian poet, and during his lifetime he was considered as the first national poet of modern India, was an Indian poet of English, and he was a radical thinker of his time. And I think this is the most important thing. He was one of the first Indian educators to disseminate Western learning and science among the young men of Bengal. So this act was very fantastic act done by the poet Henry Derozio to disseminate Western learning and science among the young men of Bengal, because at that time actually India totally surrounded by superstitions, and in that era if Henry Derozio tried to disseminate Western learning and science among the young men of Bengal, that was very appreciable act done by the poet. So we have started the poem, and we have discussed that this poem divided into three categories. In the first one, the poet describes the beauty of his beloved, and his beloved is a Kashmiri girl, and you know Kashmiri girl are very beautiful. So he describes the beauty of his beloved, and second he speaks about poverty, and finally he mentions that this world may change by the change of time, but his love for his beloved will remain the same. So the girl belongs to Kashmir, and he addresses his beloved Dildar. Dildar, you know, a Urdu word means beloved, very lovable. And here the poet mentions the beautiful eyes of his beloved, and he also mentions another word, surma, Urdu word surma. So now the remaining part second. The poet says about his beloved that she is more beautiful than precious stone. Precious stone is equal to a diamond. So she is more beautiful. So यहाँ पे she here refers to his beloved, the Kashmiri girl, and precious stone, diamonds. So ये कंपेयर किया गया है. So ये जो सेंटेंस है ये कंपेरेटिव डिग्री का है. तो कंपेरेटिव डिग्री जैसे ब्यूटीफुल एक एडजेक्टिव है और इसकी कंपेरेटिव डिग्री होगी मोर ब्यूटीफुल. सो सी इज मोर ब्यूटीफुल देन प्रेशियस स्टोन्स, यानी वो डायमंड से भी ज्यादा सुंदर है अकॉर्डिंग टू द पोएट. एंड नाउ द पोएट गोज ऑन डिस्क्राइबिंग about six, and now first he comes on her eyes, and now he comes on her cheeks. And you know, Kashmiri girls have red cheeks. So her cheeks, the cheeks of his beloved are red, and her cheeks are like roses and flowers. So his beloved has a very beautiful red cheeks, and these cheeks are like roses and flowers. So here the poet uses simile, like, as, the use of like and as, figure of speech, simile. So the poet goes on describing about cheeks. Her cheeks are red and her cheeks are like roses and flowers. Now the poet goes on assuring her their love is spiritual and deep. So the poet assures his beloved that their love is spiritual and deep. Their love is true love. So their love won't be changed by the change of time. The love will be everlasting. So the poet immortalizes his love. He says, there are sorrows, pains, sufferings in life. So he says that the world is full of sorrow, sufferings, pains, tensions. All people have some kind of tensions, sorrows, sufferings in this world. They are suffering from obstacles, problems. But the love is eternal. But the love between the poet and his beloved Kashmiri girl is eternal. Eternal will not be destroyed. Eternal, forever, everlasting. The love will never die. The love will never die. Next. Because of their faithful love, all sorrow will go away. And the lover, the poet, the speaker tries to convey his message to his beloved that their love is faithful, and that's why all sorrow, suffering, pains will go away in future time. So he says that our future will be full of happiness. So because of their faithful love, all sorrows, sufferings, pains, tensions will go away. They will overcome on their difficulties. They here refers to the lover and the beloved, the poet and his beloved Kashmiri girl will overcome on their difficulties. On their, so here spelling mistake, THEIR there. So they will overcome on their difficulties, on their sorrow, sufferings, because of their faithful love. Their love will be everlasting. Their love will be everlasting forever. So at the end of the poem, the lover promises his beloved. So at the end of the poem, the lover makes a promise with his beloved for better future. Their future will be better. She should not be disappointed. She should not be disappointed in future time with him because of their true love. She should not weep she should not weep in future time with him because of their faithful and true love. Because of their true love, their love can't be changed by the passing of time. So the poem ends with happy note. So my dear students, the poem Song of the Hindustani Minstrel, is a very beautiful song. It is not a poem but also a very beautiful song, and the song was sung in the memory of poet's beloved, a Kashmiri girl, and especially the poet wants to immortalize his love through this poem, and he also immortalized the beauty of his beloved and his beloved. And we come to know that the poet describes beautifully even the parts of her body, such as eyes, cheeks. So the poet puts emphasis on the beauty of his beloved, and the poet mentions that his beloved is extremely beautiful, and not only his beloved is extremely beautiful, but also his love for her is everlasting, forever, will not change by the change of time. And the poet says that the world will be changed. The world may change, the world will be changed by the passing of time, but their love will not be changed because their love is faithful love, and even because of their faithful love, their future will be very good. They will live a happy life in future time. So my dear students, there is a poem composed by William Shakespeare, Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day? So in that poem we come to know that William Shakespeare immortalizes his beloved, and in that poem William Shakespeare mentions that through this poem his beloved will be immortalized, because readers will read about his beloved through these poems. So the beauty and the beloved, the beauty of the beloved and the beloved herself will be in the mind of readers. So automatically the beloved will be immortalized. So similarly in this poem, Henry tries to immortalize his beloved, a Kashmiri girl, and tries to immortalize his love, and he puts emphasis that their love is faithful love, and because of their faithful love their future will be full of happiness. So my dear friends and my dear students, this is your remaining part of the poem Song of the Hindustani Minstrel, composed by Henry Derozio. So thank you so much.